Ballerina ending explained. Who killed Min-hee? Ballerina ending explained on Netflix is a South Korean action thriller that revolves around Ok-ju, portrayed by Jeon Jong-seo. She is a former bodyguard, leading a solitary life until she learns of the tragic suicide of her closest friend, Min-hee. As more details surrounding Min-hee's demise gradually emerge, Ok-ju's anger intensifies, fueling her unwavering determination to track down the man responsible for her friend's death, Choi. Driven by her resolve and thirst for vengeance, Ok-ju unleashes her unrelenting and ruthless side, confronting numerous obstacles and adversaries whom she dispatches with regularity. While her pursuit initially appears promising, the journey ahead is fraught with unexpected twists and turns, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. If you're eager to uncover the conclusion of Ok-ju's gripping quest, here's all the essential information you'll need. Ballerina synopsis. In a tense convenience store scene, a frightened cashier watches in horror as a group of thugs begins to rob the establishment. Just as things seem dire, Ok-ju effortlessly swoops in, displaying her expert combat skills to subdue the assailants and save the day. This pivotal moment reveals Ok-ju's formidable abilities, illustrating that she is a capable fighter. However, it also underscores the lonely existence she leads due to her unique profession. Ok-ju's solitary life takes an unexpected turn when she receives a call from her old best friend, Min-hee, igniting a spark of excitement within her. Eagerly, she heads over to Min-hee's apartment, bearing bottles of alcohol in anticipation of a joyous reunion. However, upon arriving, Ok-ju discovers a box containing a note from Min-hee, beseeching her help in seeking vengeance for unspecified wrongs, and hinting that Min-hee may be in danger. The shocking revelation leads Ok-ju on a quest to uncover the truth. Through poignant flashbacks, we learn of the profound impact Min-hee had on Ok-ju's life, rescuing her from a mundane existence devoid of celebration or purpose. Ok-ju's encounters with Min-hee breathed new life into her, offering a reason to smile amidst the constant threat of danger in her role as a private bodyguard for VIPs. Armed with the information provided by Min-hee about Chef Choi, Ok-ju tracks down this ominous figure. Upon discovering incriminating evidence on a tape labeled Ballerina, she unearths the disturbing truth of Choi's assault and exploitation of Min-hee, likely for blackmail purposes. Ok-ju adopts a cunning disguise, portraying herself as a vulnerable damsel in distress to draw Choi's attention. Choi takes the bait, bringing her to a hotel, where he attempts to drug and subject her to the same horrific fate as Min-hee. However, Ok-ju's expertise and readiness with a concealed knife allow her to retaliate, savagely scarring Choi's face. Her attempt to deliver a fatal blow is interrupted by Choi's henchman, forcing her to flee with another captive woman from the hotel. As Choi recuperates and plots his revenge against the woman who marred his face and stole his Lamborghini, he crosses paths with a ruthless ringleader who demands his pursuit of Ok-ju. However, Choi harbors a burning desire to obliterate the woman who scarred him and took his prized possession. Collaborating with a pharmacist named Myung-shik, Choi embarks on a relentless quest to track down and eliminate Ok-ju, who is equally determined to bring him to justice. The stage is set for a climactic showdown between the relentless pursuer and the resolute avenger. Ballerina ending explained. As Ballerina hurtles towards its climactic conclusion, Choi is consumed by a burning desire for revenge after enduring disfigurement during his confrontation with Ok-ju. Moreover, mounting pressure from the mafia clan to resolve the situation compounds his urgency. To achieve his goal, he enlists the aid of a corrupt pharmacist, the creator of the sinister concoctions he employs to incapacitate his victims. However, the tide of vengeance ultimately shifts in favor of Ok-ju. Having successfully escaped and resolute in her mission, she prepares for a final devastating assault, fully armed and unwavering in her determination. With relentless precision, she systematically eliminates every obstacle obstructing her path to avenging her beloved Ballerina. One by one, the members of the complicit mafia clan meet their demise, each held accountable for Ballerina's tragic fate. In a relentless crescendo of retribution, Ok-ju's relentless pursuit finally reaches the corrupt pharmacist, who meets a fitting end. Ultimately, the culmination of her Vendetta brings her face to face with Choi, the object of her unrelenting rage. As the dust settles, Choi faces the consequences of his actions, becoming the final chapter in Ok-ju's quest for justice and closure. Who killed Min-hee? Ok-ju, a solitary figure, had few acquaintances. Her past as a bodyguard for a security agency had honed her combat skills to perfection. Despite her demure appearance, she was capable of overpowering multiple men twice her size, a fact demonstrated early in the film. The only person who could elicit laughter from her was Min-hee. Their paths crossed unexpectedly when Ok-ju visited the bakery where Min-hee worked to pick up a cake. Recognizing Ok-ju from their shared time at Yawa school, Min-hee struck up a conversation. Her bubbly personality was a stark contrast to Ok-ju's reserved nature, and she ensured that Ok-ju's life was never dull. Min-hee was the ray of sunshine that illuminated Ok-ju's world. Min-hee often mused that if she hadn't pursued ballet, she would have been a fish, claiming the world belonged to them. This whimsical thought always intrigued Ok-ju. They spent countless hours together until one fateful night when Ok-ju received an urgent call from Min-hee. Having watched Min-hee's ballet performance the previous day, Ok-ju was puzzled by her sudden distress. Arriving at Min-hee's house, Ok-ju was met with a horrifying sight: Min-hee's lifeless body in the bathtub. A suicide note left behind urged Ok-ju to seek vengeance for her death and mentioned a man named Chef Choi, a stranger to Ok-ju. The incident plunged Ok-ju back into darkness, erasing all traces of joy from her life. Determined to bring justice for her friend, Ok-ju vowed to track down those responsible for Min-hee's death and make them rue their actions. With a heart ablaze with resolve, she embarked on a quest to confront the person who had shattered her world and extinguished all her hopes. Does Ok-ju kill Choi? The confrontations between Ok-ju and Choi have been intensely gripping right from their initial encounter in the hotel room. Ok-ju's prowess as a formidable fighter, capable of taking on opponents twice her size, has been well established. On the other hand, Choi is believed to be their best fighter, a fact emphasized by the ringleader while Choi recuperates in the hospital, his face marred by scars. With such a cunning adversary, who has managed to catch her off guard on multiple occasions, the outcome of their final showdown remains uncertain until the very end. Despite the odds stacked against her, Ok-ju proves to be an indomitable survivor, rebounding from each setback with renewed determination. In their ultimate face-off, Ok-ju is on the verge of executing Myung-sik after dispatching all the men in the lab single-handedly. However, Choi suddenly emerges from the shadows and shoots her arm from a distance, causing her to collapse. This unforeseen development leads to further twists, as Choi proceeds to eliminate Myung-sik. It appears as though Ok-ju's fate is sealed when Choi closes in for the final kill, and she struggles to retrieve her weapon. But just when it seems all hope is lost for Ok-ju, her friend suddenly awakens and shoots at Choi. Although the shots miss him, they succeed in distracting him, granting Ok-ju the precious moments she needs to fire her shots at Choi until he is incapacitated. Even then, Choi clings to life tenaciously, prompting Ok-ju to transport him to the beach for their ultimate showdown. Equipped with a weapon she acquired earlier, designed for destroying wasp nests but capable of unleashing deadly flames, Ok-ju faces Choi. At this critical juncture, she finally discloses the driving force behind her relentless pursuit: it is all for the sake of the ballerina. Recognizing the significance of that title from the tape, Choi pleads fervently for his life. Employing another tactic, he resorts to insulting and body-shaming Min-hee in a bid to provoke Ok-ju's emotions. His cruel words bring tears to her eyes as she remembers Min-hee, yet her resolve to bring Choi to justice only intensifies. With a solemn promise to pursue him even in the afterlife, Ok-ju unleashes a torrent of flames, ultimately reducing Choi to ashes. What's in Choi's diary? After eliminating Choi, Ok-ju heads to his residence to retrieve the pen drives containing the tapes he had used for blackmailing women. This time, she stumbles upon his diary and decides to examine its contents. The diary unveils a meticulous record of all the women he had wronged and the locations where he had victimized them, including an incident at Jamsu Bridge where he had called Min-hee after her tragic demise. At that time, He remained unaware that Ok-ju was silently listening on the other end of the phone. This diary provides disturbing insight into the extent of his cruelty, portraying how he viewed these women as prey, often using hunting terminology to describe them. Ok-ju's determination to confront him in her hunt for weapons to exact her revenge are explicitly linked to this predatory mindset, ultimately leading her to discover the deadly weapon that would ultimately seal Choi's fate. Furthermore, the diary reveals the percentage of the cut he paid to those involved in aiding his activities, particularly in facilitating the date rape of these women. Choi regarded his reprehensible actions as a part-time job, as he casually mentioned to the ringleader while recovering in the hospital. This lucrative venture funded his lavish lifestyle and allowed him to indulge in his beloved Lamborghini. It becomes evident that, to Choi, women were mere means to an end. Ok-ju recognized this malevolent side of him from the outset, motivating her relentless pursuit to make him comprehend the torment endured by the vulnerable women he had exploited. Her mission was not only to exact revenge, but also to instill fear in him, finally making him comprehend the horrors he had inflicted upon countless victims. Who is the ballerina in the sea? The film concludes with a serene image of a ballerina gracefully spinning in the sea, symbolizing tranquility. This scene harks back to a flashback after Ok-ju eliminates Choi. In the flashback, Ok-ju discovers Min-hee's joy and sense of freedom when near the sea, and how it invigorates her. Despite seeming strange to Ok-ju at the time, Min-hee is convinced that she will reincarnate as a fish in her next life, believing that they are the true owners of the world, with humans merely under an illusion of ownership. Ultimately, Ok-ju realizes that Min-hee has achieved her freedom and is now a fish in the sea, akin to the ballerina in the final scene. This realization also ties back to Ok-ju's last conversation with Choi before his demise. Despite his claims of continuing to torment Min-hee in the afterlife, Ok-ju is confident that Min-hee is in a better place, possibly as a fish in the sea. Interestingly, references to fish are scattered throughout the movie. When Ok-ju first visits Min-hee's apartment, she passes by numerous aquariums, highlighting Min-hee's affection for fish. Later on, while wiring Choi's house, Ok-ju overhears him planning a fishing trip. However, in this context, fishing is a metaphor for his hunt for his next victim or the woman he intends to film and subsequently blackmail. Despite the negative connotation of fishing in this instance, upon hearing this conversation, Ok-ju pauses by Min-hee's aquarium before choosing her outfit for the evening and sighs, likely reminiscing about Min-hee's desire to be a fish. Who's in the cast of Ballerina? Jun Jong-seo. Burning, The Call, Money Heist, Korea, Joint Economic Area as Ok-ju. Kim Ji-hoon. Money Heist, Korea, Joint Economic Area, Flower of Evil, Love to Hate You as Choi. Park Yu-rim. Drive My Car, Miraculous Brothers as Min-hee. Ballerina. Netflix. IMDb rating 6.3/10. What happens in Ballerina? After years apart, former classmates Ok-ju, played by Jun, and Min-hee, played by Park, unexpectedly cross paths again. Min-hee has become a professional ballerina, juggling her dance career with part-time work at a local bakery. Ok-ju, on the other hand, has taken a hiatus from her high-stress job as an elite personal bodyguard for VIP clients. She's been grappling with a challenging and isolating phase in her life. Their reunion sparks an immediate rekindling of their deep friendship. They immerse themselves in playful photo booth sessions, trips to the beach, and even experiment with hair dyeing. It's as if a breath of fresh air has been injected into Ok-ju's life, until a devastating discovery shatters their newfound joy. Tragically, Min-hee has taken her own life, leaving behind an enigmatic note that hints at the identity of those she believes pushed her to this extreme act. Alongside this cryptic message is a heartfelt plea: please get revenge for me. I know you'll be able to help. With her heart heavy with grief, Ok-ju embarks on a mission to unveil the sadistic and ruthless individual responsible for her friends' torment. Drawing upon her formidable investigative and self-defense skills, Ok-ju delves into a treacherous underworld controlled by violent gangs involved in drugs and heinous crimes against women. Although she is a seasoned professional, Ok-ju faces this perilous journey alone, confronting formidable odds. The burning, Question is whether she can safeguard her friend's memory in death in a way she couldn't in life.